let's take a look at some of the ways we manage and store our data, our raster data in ArcGIS Pro. First thing we'll do is go ahead and add our rasters to our map. So these are all raster images, digital elevation models that I have downloaded from the national map, and some I have not taken out of my downloads folder yet. So let's zoom out a little bit. These are 4 digital elevation models that cover Mount Shasta and all the way out to the coast. And these are large files in size and also in detail. They have a resolution of about 10 meters, a cell size of about 10 meters on each side. You can always find that by going into properties, raster information. It'll say the cell size, and this is actually kind of confusing to look at, but I downloaded the 1/3 arc-second data from the national map, and that equates to about 10 meters. So the problem with these data sets, they're, like I said, they're large, they're very detailed, they are slow to display. So one thing you can do that it didn't prompt me, because I've already done this too many times, but when you add the DEMs or any raster data onto your map, you should always build pyramids. That's going to help speed that up. And when you're adding DEMs in, you will get a prompt to, if you'd like to add pyramids, and you just click on yes, and that will help speed up the display. The other thing you can do is to create a Mosaic dataset. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and make this geodatabase my default, so I don't have to correct the file path every time. And from here, we will go to New Mosaic Dataset. We are going to match the coordinate system to one of our files, and we will call this the other thing we'll do, we'll set a couple pixel properties, I think. Nope. Okay, we'll do it in a second when we add in those other files. So from here, we'll leave everything else as the defaults. And go ahead and click on Run. I'll take just a moment. We can see our Mosaic dataset was completed, and down at the bottom, we'll see our Mosaic dataset here. Now, there's nothing displaying since this is currently just a placeholder. We haven't actually added any data, so it doesn't know where the boundaries are or the footprints, and it's not going to display anything. That's our next step. We'll go back to our catalog. We'll find that Mosaic dataset, right-click, Add Rasters. This gets a bit tricky adding these rasters in, remember where you saved them. But you will go ahead and look for those files that you want to add in. And if you don't see them at first, make sure you change them to all files. And we'll start looking for those TIFF files. And then we got to add in 2 more. Okay, so we have all of our files in there. It's giving me a warning about a datum transformation. So we will leave that for now because it's not actually going to impact us. But if it does impact your final output, you will go ahead and want to reproject your rasters before you go through this process. So here's what we want to make sure we check. Under raster processing, we'll click Calculate Statistics and Build Raster Pyramids. And these are 2 things that are going to help speed up our display of our rasters, so there's not a lag or those sort of glitches where parts of it disappears. These things you can do later after you build your raster dataset, but it's nice to, your Mosaic dataset, but it's nice to get it out of the way. You can also click on Update Overviews to make sure it defines those overviews. What did it just... Okay, Update Overviews. So these are things, we're setting the overviews, we're setting statistics and pyramids because these are the settings that are going to allow it to display a bit faster. So let's go ahead and click Run. Oh, hush. Okay, we'll go click, oops. Trust me, I'm clicking Run. Go ahead and click Run and wait for that to process. All right, so now you can see that our, well, actually you can't see. Let me uncheck these and we'll see that our Mosaic data set has been populated. We'll see those footprints. We have your range and elevations. We can turn the footprints off. If you want to get a better idea of, there we go. You can turn the footprints off, and you'll see as we're scrolling in, there's slower or less of a lag time, maybe, but less of a lag time displaying this data. So that are those. That's how you're going to create your Mosaic data sets and some of the tools you can add on to help speed up with the display and the processing.